Dungeons & Dragons is one of the greatest role-playing games ever produced, and possibly the only one you've ever heard of. Its imaginary world is filled with adventures and breathtaking lands, fascinating challenges, and some crazy creatures. We've talked about D&D on this channel before, discussing the actual gemstones found in the game and how their value equates to the value of the same stones here in the real world. If you missed it, feel free to check it out here and ring the bell to get notifications for all of our videos. Today we're talking about something a little different, actual creatures. And don't worry, this episode isn't about orcs or owlbears. What even is an owlbear? Was the mom an owl and the dad a bear, or the dad a bear, mom an owl? What? I don't know. Anyways, no, it was actually a wizard creation. Wizards are all about the can and never mind the should. But I digress. Let's talk about metallic dragons. Their scales resemble many of the precious metals found in the game, including gold, silver, bronze, copper, brass, mercury, iron, steel, and platinum. Obviously, gold dragons are the most powerful and majestic. These morally high-minded creatures, though thoughtful and reclusive, don't shy away from a battle if necessary. The golds breathe the hottest flame of all the dragons. They also have a secondary breath weapon, a corrosive chlorine gas in earlier D&D editions. In the current edition, it's a weakening gas. Interestingly, chlorine is a substance that actually attacks alloyed gold. Wearing your gold jewelry for extended periods in highly chlorinated water can cause it to become brittle and pitted. But the metallic dragon that's a close second to the gold dragon is, can you guess? Yep, the Bismuth Dragon. I'm kidding, it's the Silver Dragon. These beings share many of the same personality traits as the gold dragons. They're noble, don't fight unless they have to, and actually have acutely tuned moral compasses. Just like the two types of dragons we've discussed, the metals gold and silver also share many similarities. They're easy to manipulate, have similar conductive properties, and so on. One of the biggest differences may be that silver tarnishes easily when gold does not, which is probably why we use silver to represent second place to gold. Sorry, silver. Another fun thing about the silver dragon is they breathe cones of ice, which looks similar to the branches on arborescent silver. We did a really cool video on arborescent silver that you can check out here. Now, the next most powerful dragon is the bronze, but you can't talk about bronze and its sibling alloy brass without knowing about copper. The copper dragon's primary breath weapon is a highly corrosive acid. This is fitting since acid is commonly used to test the fineness of metals, and copper dragons love to test mortals with tricks, riddles, and mazes, flaunting their superior intelligence. Copper dragons are likely to go on and on to entertain their guests, and if they're anywhere near as versatile as natural copper, they've got a lot to show off. Copper is one of the few metals that can be used right out of the earth, and is one of the most important metals in human history. It's alloyed with gold and silver for jewelry, with tin and zinc for decorations, industry, and for making musical instruments. Copper also gives color to many gemstones such as turquoise, lapis lazuli, and malachite. The metal copper actually falls between gold and silver regarding its most valuable property, electrical conductivity. Second only to silver and superior to gold, copper is used extensively in electronics, especially considering it is far less expensive to use. Next, bronze. These dragons really love to fight for justice and were fascinated with war. They're good-natured but would seek out evil to take it on. The breath weapon of a bronze dragon is a huge bolt of lightning. I wonder if that would tickle the copper dragon. Like copper, bronze is very versatile and has a long and important history throughout the ages. Bronze was used extensively in ancient times for one of a dragon's favorite things, coins. Another major use for bronze is something that appeals to a dragon's vanity, mirrors. Many of the earliest mirrors were made of convex discs of polished bronze. Pretty cool, huh? The secondary breath weapon of the bronze dragon is a repulsion gas. Talk about dragon breath, ugh. The metal bronze somewhat repels corrosion because once its outer layer has oxidized, the metal beneath is protected. Bronze finds use in ship propellers to this day for this reason. I wonder if this is why bronze dragons typically live by the sea. Our final metallic dragon, because I'm not going to use the word weakest to refer to a dragon, is the brass. Brass dragons are great talkers and learn as many languages as possible. They would find it very fitting that mortals will fork over their hard-earned treasure to sit for hours to listen to one of our most wonderful uses for brass, musical instruments. Brass has been used to make the universal language since about 1500 BC. Their primary breath weapon is scorching heat, a fire somewhat less destructive than the golds, but probably still hot enough to forge one of the most well-known brass instruments, the trumpet. The basic trumpet was the earliest brass instrument, but the ductility of brass led to more elaborate shapes and varieties of brass instruments over the ages. Today, many woodwind instruments such as the saxophone, flutes, and clarinets are made primarily or partly of brass. And don't forget those jingle bells at Christmas. Brass dragons are also known for lavishly decorating their lairs, likely with brass as it has been used for decorative works throughout the ages. It's also used for more mundane fittings such as doorknobs, because both its beautiful bright appearance and its germicidal properties. A brass dragon's secondary breath weapon is a cloud of sleep gas. Ooh, that's why I'm so tired. And now, having done a dissertation on dragons that would do a brass dragon proud, I'm gonna put on a little lullaby, cue the music, and get some sleep myself. Are you an imaginary dragon made of metal? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. For more information on the topics we discussed today, check out the links below. Thanks for watching, guys.